Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy T,
And it's your boy D.
And this your boy Jay.
and this is Unquoted, guys, your number one source for pop culture commentary. Let's get it. All right, guys, so today's podcast is a special that we like to do. It's called our Fraternity Rules, guys. Because here right now, son, Unquoted is a fraternity. In our fraternity, we have rules. So rule number 2, guys, is Wingman. Being a good wingman. How do you guys feel about that? Go ahead.
I feel as if being a good wingman is just pretty much having your homies back. So, and you just helping him trying to achieve like whatever goal he's trying to achieve. Well, in this case, getting that girl, and you just do whatever it takes to help your man get the girl. And you necessarily don't have to eat, but as long as your friend eats, that's what matters.
Yeah, being a good wingman is just all about helping your friend out, get the number, helping your friend get the number. That's really the basics of it. So if you're the wingman, you helping your man's get a number, or you might even want to get a number yourself if you're approaching two girls. And then relying on a wingman as well, also something that's huge, is important too. So if you're relying on someone to set up the interaction between two other girls and you and your friend, then that's when another instance where a wingman comes as very important.
Yeah, I think just for me, man, like your wingman is supposed to be like your number one ace in the hole. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. Well, I know everybody's experienced this. Everyone has seen like a girl who's probably been like super bad, and then she's with some friends that are kind of like, or she's just with a group of people, and it's like, all right, it's kind of awkward if I just go there dolo, or I might get cock blocked by some of her friends. Let me bring my mans with me. And your man's job basically is to like make you shine, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to be there to like kind of ward off the other girls while you get your target on, you focus on your main target. That's what like to me the best wingman is. So like have any of you guys had experiences with this, like wingman or double dates or anything?
Uh, I've had an experience, and I usually have a go-to whenever I'm the wing person, and sometimes I say a lie, well, that hypes up my friend, and I usually lie and say that, oh, cause he saved my life. And then I just keep it vague like that, like, oh shit, cause saved a person's life, he's getting us some pussy tonight type shit, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what I usually try to do. And then if that girl wants to know more details, I usually just say, hey, I was trying to swim, I can't float, cuz jumped in, saved me, pulled me out, bruh, and I owe him my life. And then that just really makes that person look really good inside her eyes and shit like that. And that's what I usually do.
Yeah, just like everything in life, you have good wingman, you have bad wingman. So every now and then you're gonna have a bad wingman who is gonna like say some awkward shit in front of the girls that you're trying to talk to, and then it's gonna just turn them off right away. And then you end up forcing a conversation that they don't even want to have to begin with, and then shit goes south, and you don't end up getting the number, or they don't end up talking to you, whatever happens. Then you always have a good wingman who is funny, who will make crack a joke to get the girl's attention, and then boom, you have a conversation, you end up getting numbers at the end of the day, and it works out. So it can go either really good or really bad most of the time.
Yeah, I think I can definitely speak from this. I've definitely been a wingman and I've had bad wingman experiences. So for me, whenever I was a wingman, because like one of my boys, he was like pretty tall. He didn't play for the basketball team, but like one of the excuses that we would kind of always do is I'd like walk up to him and be like, oh, like, yo, did you text your coach or something like that? Or something like that to make it seem like he played for the team. Because we're in college. You say you play for the team, girls be running into that and all that other shit. So like that's one of the things that we used to do. But I've also remembered times where I haven't been that great of a wingman. So I remember one time I had gone on a double date with one of my friends, and like the girl that like I was supposed to like double date with was just terrible. Oh my gosh, man, she was awful. She didn't look awful, but her attitude was just so terrible. And like I'll be honest, like like we went to the club and I ditched her, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I ditched her, bro. Her attitude was, she was like annoying me, so I just went off and I was just talking to other girls. So, hey
I
man,
understand, bro. Like, there's only so much one person can really do and take, and then everybody has their breaking point, and you just had yours right there.
Yeah, shit happens every now and then. People have their moment where they just feel like they just should just go somebody, and it's fucked up, but like that shit happens, and everybody has done that before.
yeah, but I think the thing for me though is that like I feel like if you're a good wingman, you have to know how to read the room. See, like if you notice like your boy is going up to like a group of girls, and he's coming off kind of awkward. You're like, as a wingman, you're supposed to kind of like ease the mood. You're supposed to make your boy feel at ease when he comes into it, and make it a little less awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had bad wingmen where like they've tried to be like me in the situation, and I'm like, bro, like yo, just be you. You know what I'm saying? Like don't try to like feed off of me and like be me in the situation and then try to like outdo me. And I'm like, bro, no, like just, you know what I'm saying? Like be you, but be you over there, and then let me handle this over here. So I think also it comes with like, you have to have a wingman who's not like jealous of you or
That's true.
doesn't want the same target as you. Like, I mean,
Thanks.
because to me, it's one of those things like there's times where like, okay, we've all seen like an attractive girl, and it's like, okay, like I want her or he wants her. Like honestly, it's up to the girl at the end of the day. But if you see your boy going for it, at least let him have a chance at it. And then if you want it, he doesn't get it. All right, bet I got it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like, I think the worst kind of wingman I've had is like the one that's trying to compete with me. Because I've had times where there's this guy. I'm not gonna name his name. I know everybody in this group knows his name, but there's times where like me and him have gone. Like I was talking to like a female, and then he like came up behind me and like tried to like rap to her too at the same. So it was like we were competing. I'm like, whoa, bro, we don't do this. Like if it's that serious, I just let you have it, man.
We
Like
don't
it's
do that
not.
here.
Yeah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta make your boy look good. You know what I'm saying? Don't you gonna make it look like we're thirsty for it? Like come on, man.
Yeah.
That's not a wingman then.
Nah. That's a frenemy right there.
Pretty much.
A secret hater.
Exactly. That's wild. Well, people like that, you have to cut off because they not bringing anything positive in your life.
Yeah, that's what you call a toxic person. So toxic people are always gonna bring you down in like any type of scenario. They'll find a way to do something to bring you down. That's like basically what a toxic person does. And that's just naturally who they are. And there's really nothing they can do about it.
All right.
It's an uncurable disease.
I would
being,
say it's curable.
being toxic is uncurable.
I would say it's curable, bruh.
Depends on your level. I feel like if you're like a narcissist, like
Yeah,
that shit's gonna be.
narcissism is uncurable.
It,
Let me correct that statement.
I feel like it's gonna be hard as hell. But I feel like if you're a toxic person, that most likely comes because you're just an extremely insecure person, which you can fix. You can become a less insecure person. But I
Mm-hmm.
think if you're just one of those people, I think you become a toxic or uncurable person if you're like a person who's not willing to change. You
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
know?
And not trying to like take a step back and like see where things like where, like their actions and like see if it's like good or bad.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's exactly how I feel. So I mean, I think it's just one of those things that comes with like when you get older, you kind of know the kind of people you can bring around me. I mean, around you. So for example, like whenever I go to a club, I mean, I party with everybody here. So I party with D and I party with Jay. We go out a lot. So these are guys I know that whenever I go out, it's always good. But I think you just always have to be careful who you pick to go out. I think there are some friends who are great in some categories and some friends who aren't great in other categories. So like for me, like I have another group of friends who like we talk about like businesses, we talk about investing, we talk about like all that shit. And then like I have my friends here where we talk about the podcast, where we do stuff. So I feel like it's just about knowing the people who you're hanging out with. And I think before you go out, it's just kind of like, because to me, like there's a lot of people who say, oh, I hate going out. And I think about it like, why do you hate going out? You know what they tell me? They're like, I just stand around, like, it's boring. I don't really have fun. I don't really get girls. I don't really get lit. And that's the problem. You're going out for the wrong reasons. You have to go out with the right people where it's fun, you know? Like,
Exactly.
whenever I hang out with you guys, like, I always have a good time because I'm like, yo, we could spend an hour in the car just drinking. Well, I mean, guys, obviously we have someone a DD who's driving or whatever. So I don't want you guys to think we're drinking and driving or anything. But, we always have someone in the car. We always have so much fun in the car, just like getting lit and just like talking to each other, just chilling. By the time we walk into a place, like, we're not even worried about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It vibes. But I feel like if you're going out and you're not with people who you vibe with, you're not with someone where y'all gel together, then it's not going to be fun. And you're not going to have a good wingman. So how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, that's true. Like that's 100% no copping, because like your wingman is supposed to be there for you, and if you don't gel with your wingman, then nobody is gonna have a good time.
That is big facts. It's definitely who you hang around will determine how much, will also have a big impact on how much fun you will have at that whatever event or party you're at. Who you're around definitely plays a huge part to whether or not you're gonna have a good time. Just naturally.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Because I remember, like, everybody that like I do the podcast with, so D and J, part of the reason why we all start hanging out is because one time we all linked together, we all had a great time. So like I said, it's just all about your chemistry as a duo or whatever. Like, I like to say trio because my thing is, it's always, you and like another dude going out is always kind of like, it's always kind of got that weird awkward silence in between it, even if you're really cool with them. I
Yeah,
always think it's better to at least go out with 3 people. Well, I mean, including yourself. So it's basically like 2 other people. I feel like 3, if you're a dude, like I said, is the magic number.
three.
It is. It definitely is. 2 seems like you're not going out with enough people, and like 4 seems kind of too many. So I'd say definitely 3 is like the perfect number of friends to like go out and hang out with.
And I also feel like 3 is to kind of balance it because there are people you go out who stand like a security guard, like fucking Jay. Every time we go out, this nigga is like a security guard, hands crossed, fucking standing there, staring in the middle of the freaking dance floor. And then, D and me are like all like just everywhere, going all at once. But like I said, it kind of helps balance it out, just in case you have one friend who's not as social or whatever. Because Jay, I mean, you're a pretty social guy. You're just a fucking bodyguard whenever we go to a fucking club. I don't know why. But.
And T is the drunk at every
No, I'm
party who
not.
always
No,
got too wasted,
No,
and we had
I'm
to
not.
carry his ass
No.
out back to the car
Hey,
too many occasions.
disclaimer, guys. That was probably the beginning of college. That
More
was
like every weekend.
No, that was the beginning of college, guys.
No, it happened every now and then.
Every other weekend.
Hey, whatever. Don't believe it. That was the beginning of college. It happened back in the day. Obviously not now.
More of the story is a couple people got to stay a little sober because you're going to have one person that gets too drunk. So you got to have the other 2 people be able to help him out.
The moral of the story
when he needs it
is that there's a whole lot of cat going on right now. Whole lot of cat. Whole lot of cat. But pretty much, you guys have any like closing statements?
Your wingman is supposed to benefit you, and not be so focused on benefiting himself.
From a guy's perspective, also another point to add, hanging around people who do get girls does help you get girls, and that always helps too.
I think it depends on the dude too, because there's some dudes who are like me. Okay, if I'm hanging around the joint, I don't really care, whatever. Like, you bring more, but there's some dudes out there who be kind of like stingy with it,
Oh, of course.
Or there's sometimes, matter of fact, it's funny. There's sometimes I've gone out with like female friends, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll bring my other girl around. They make sure they get a girl who's way less attractive than them. Whereas like, it's funny, like you go on like, you see their Snapchat, it's like, yo, you have a bad friend. Why don't you ever bring her along? And it's like whenever they're together, she's never there.
They bring the Duffs.
Yeah, they
that's sad but true. Sad but true right there.
Bro, that blows me, bro. That blows me. I'll see it. I'm like, damn, you could have brought her. I don't know.
It's like, no.
Know. I mean, they know what it is. You know,
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It's like what they said when there's like one bad girl in a group of womps. Which, just in case you guys don't know, womp is kind of like the equivalent of like not that great or like bad. It's just a way of describing something. Like it's just womp. Like, oh, womp. Womp. Yeah, womp, exactly. But my closing statement is just, man, you just have to make sure if you go out with someone, because I know it's Corona right now, so I mean, people are like, oh, you can't really go out. But when you do go back out, just go out with people you enjoy with. You know, people you have a good time, people who aren't fucking security guards when you go to the club.
And everybody should always watch their limit too, and never get too wasted to the point where they got to be carried out as well. So always watch your limit, everybody.
We've had to carry Jay out a couple times.
Nowhere near as much as T.
You know, we had to carry Jay out. But anyway, this has been your boy T.
And this has been your boy D.
This has been your boy J.
And we are out.